It's officially happening, guys. Console exclusivity is well and truly dying, and personally, I think it's a wonderful thing. This from MSN. I thought this was from. I went to Windows Central. I don't know why it's on MS. I didn't know Jez Corden writes for them too. Sony wants to expand PlayStation Studios games beyond PlayStation hardware. Dun dun dun. Hiring to partner with Xbox, Steam, Nintendo Switch, and more. The walls are coming down, folks. People have been warning about it for years. Annoying fanboys have been trying to say that it won't happen, but I've been on the side of it's gonna happen. I know that we had it kind of happened first with Xbox, and they were made fun of it, or they were made fun of for it by Sony fanboys, and they coped for a bit. They said, "Oh, it's only 4 games." Phil said it was only 4 games, but it's gonna be more. They're going. Both are trading games to each other, so we knew this was only a matter of time. And I'll get to more of the cope, but let's just read this first. Over the past year, Microsoft leapt first into some follow Jez Corden, by the way, if you don't, into some controversial decisions regarding its first-party Xbox games output, putting previously exclusive titles like Forza Horizon and many others onto rival consoles, which just sold. Forza Horizon 5 just outsold Astrobot, the game of the year for PS5 last year. It was outsold by a 4-year-old Xbox game. Think about that. It also is selling better than Death Stranding 2 right now, which is kind of wild. At the time, Xbox efforts to give up on console exclusives looked like a swan song for the. Yeah, that people thought they were putting up the white flag, but they were obviously playing some 4D chess here. Microsoft's Xbox hardware sales continue to look bleak on paper, faced with relentless competition from PlayStation and Nintendo. However, fast forward a few months and things are looking a bit different. Despite weak hardware sales overall, Xbox continues to post record console playtime hours, buoyed by a string of high-quality releases and expansions into other markets with Xbox Cloud Gaming. Xbox still commands millions of active users, so much so that even arch-rival PlayStation itself has opted to self-publish Helldivers 2 onto the platform, and it looks like Team Blue isn't stopping there either. So that's what I don't understand. People are trying to say, especially people like Dreamcast guy, are like, "Oh, Xbox is dead. It's over. Throw in the towel. There's no next gen console." Meanwhile, Sony's putting Helldivers 2 on there, which is like obviously they see value in it. If they saw it as no competition, well, not even competition, they just want more eyes on Helldivers 2 and more players and more sales. It's all about money when it comes down to it. They don't have any brand loyalty. So I don't understand why people are clinging to it. It's not 1997. It's not even 2007. It's not 2017. Exclusivity kind of mattered for a while there, but it's not. It doesn't matter anymore. I think around 2017 is when Xbox started putting all their stuff on PC anyway. So it's a thing of the past. It's gonna die, and I don't see a problem with it. I think everything should be on all. Put Nintendo games on everything. Doesn't matter. And the platforms, people will just stay on the platforms that they were always on, and they'll be able to play everything anyway. Sorry, I got sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Team Blue isn't stopping there. So this is about the job listing that just came out. A new job listing on PlayStation's official Greenhouse hiring platform shared with us. Oh yeah, I think Hasledor broke this. Suggests that PlayStation is ready to follow Xbox. The language in the listing suggests that PlayStation is ready to expand even more of its first-party titles, such as God of War, The Last of Us, and Horizon, over to competing platforms, including Steam and Xbox itself. So this is the listing. Quote, executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware. We've been trying to drill it into these fanboys' head that the hardware doesn't matter anymore. The box doesn't matter. And they try to say, oh, the next Xbox is just a PC with an Xbox sticker on it. What do you think a PS5 is? It's also a PC with a PlayStation sticker on it. They're all made by AMD. All of them are AMD boxes. So what are we even arguing about? It doesn't make any sense. Senior Director, Multi-Platform and Account Management. This is San Mateo, California. Why PlayStation? Wait, hold on. I don't want to read all this. It's the best place to work. Well, best place to play. Not really, not anymore. After they canceled 11 games. Or 12, or however many it was. It's the best place, blah, blah, blah. PS5, PSVR. No mention of next gen, which is interesting. PlayStation also strives to create in. Okay, where's the actual part that matters? Overview. Actually, why don't I just read the article? Why don't I read what Jez summed up? The job listing is for a senior director, multi-platform and account management specifically, and describes a variety of responsibilities specific to Xbox and PC. The successful applicant will lead a team that includes senior managers involved in liaising directly. I've only seen that like liaison, but liaising directly with Xbox and Windows PC platforms like Steam and the Epic Games Store to build sales and relationships. PlayStation says the applicant will, quote, oversee the out-of-year mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios titles across all non-PlayStation platforms, driving long-term revenue growth and audience reach. And you know why this is happening? Another thing they've been saying is, oh, Xbox games don't sell. PlayStation users buy PlayStation games. Obviously not. If they did, if they were selling enough to satisfy Hiroki Totoki and the shareholders of PlayStation, if that was sating them, then they wouldn't do this. But obviously it's not selling enough because now they're putting their games elsewhere. And I think it makes sense for both consoles to do the same thing. Nintendo, I think, can get away with it for now. Nintendo has like a giant cult following, and I mean they've been doing the same thing for 40 years. So they're off on their own little island doing what they do. But this, I think, is fine. And I'm a Nintendo fan too, so it doesn't really bother me. I don't have a Switch 2, but I'll get one at some point. Furthermore, the overview describes specifically moving PlayStation Studios software titles, quote, beyond PlayStation hardware. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? Listing Steam, Epic, Nintendo Switch Mobile, and indeed Xbox. Quote, reporting to the Vice President, Commercial Management, Senior Director of Multi-Platform and Account Management, you will play a critical leadership role in shaping and I think I read that already. Across all digital platforms beyond hardware, including Steam. Yeah, I just said that. This role is accountable for optimizing title profitability. So they got to probably marketing too. Ensuring, well, that's probably a different division. Never mind. Ensuring cross-functional alignment. That's cool. So you can play together. And leading a high-performing team focused on multi-platform expansion, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management. The game industry has changed. So yeah, either they got to start cracking the whip on Nixes, or they're gonna have to invest in some other porting studios. Because I know they're hiring for that here, but you're gonna need more resources to port, I think, than what they have now. Everything, everywhere, all at once. I get the reference. Seems to be the future of game distribution. PlayStation has been signaling to investors for some time that it wants to boost margins, and a surefire way to do that is to sell more software. Software is king. It's always been king. This is what they don't understand. The box itself has always been a loss leader. Since the beginning of home consoles, they sell them to you knowing they will usually lose a certain amount of money on the upfront of selling you the console, but they will make it back tenfold with software sales. That's where it truly matters. So that's why when they boast, like, oh, PS5 has sold more consoles, console sales, that's all they talk about. It's like, well, console sales have literally never mattered. It's only software has. So boasting that makes no sense. With the gaming population less willing... Wait, did I skip something? No, I didn't. Less willing to switch platform than ever before. Yeah, I think we're all pretty much like... People that have been on PlayStation for 20 plus years, they're not moving. Same thing with Xbox. I'm not moving from it. And I had a PS4 at one time. I had one just to play Uncharted, and I was forced to sell it at some point, but I feel like I'm not missing much, especially now. I'll play Uncharted again. I'll buy it again on Xbox. If it helps the walled garden come down. But also because I want to play them again, but on Xbox. It stands to reason that Sony could make heaps of high-impact, high-margin these games are doing nothing by putting some of these older games onto Xbox. They've reached their peak users and buyers, so you have several more storefronts that they can make cash on. Spider-Man is just sitting there, could be making more money. Uncharted Collection is just sitting there. It's free. Okay, no, I shouldn't say it's free money. It's not. It costs money to port. But it's, should I say, lower effort money than making brand new games. I'm telling you, remasters and remakes, we're going to get those for a while because it's going to be all the rage because games take so freaking long now to make that and cost so much that we're going to get fewer games now. There are still tens of millions of active Xbox gamers, many of whom have likely never experienced it, me included. Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, yep, never played them. Or others that would likely over-index on Xbox. PlayStation's renown for high-quality games is reflected by their high cost. Putting more older games on Xbox would do little to harm their hardware footprint, which is now essentially locked in, and permanent as people have solidified and built up their libraries. Yeah, everybody has their libraries. I have a library of over 500 now on Xbox. The difference, though, is PlayStation does not have backwards compatibility, which is idiotic. If they don't do that with PS6, they're dumber than I thought. And they might well be. Like, I don't think it'll happen. So you're just stuck. You're going to have to emulate all your stuff on PC then if you want to play PS1, 2, and 3 stuff. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's the one thing I've truly appreciated about Xbox is backwards compatibility. The same is true on the inverse. Xbox players with decades and thousands of dollars invested in a platform. I don't want to think about how much money I've spent on it. It's kind of terrifying. Are unlikely to move across. Blah 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 blah. With rumors that the next gen X, is it rumors or is it confirmed? Well, I mean, she said other platforms, which means Steam. Come on, which also has Sony's games. It would behoove. Oh, you spelled it wrong. Behoove has 2 O's, not behove. Behoove Sony. Come on, Jez. To simply cut out the middleman and go straight to self-publishing. Yeah, that's what they should do. They'd get a better cut. Perhaps Microsoft offered them a better cut than Steam does too to get the budding partnership underway. Time will tell. More than ever, the industry will be about finding people where they are to cut through the noise. Whether it's Netflix, TikTok, or forever games like Fortnite and Roblox, getting the attention of the masses is harder than ever. True. You have infinite entertainment options. Being everywhere and on everything all at once gives you the best and maybe the only chance at grabbing attention, at least in the market of the right now. It'll be interesting to see how the industry evolves further in the coming months. I, for one, have Helldivers pre-ordered. I don't have it pre-ordered, but I'm 100% going to get it. Okay, so he didn't write this for MSN. He wrote it for Windows Central, and MSN presents it like this. So, it's over, guys. This is you can try to hold back the flood so much, but there's already people coping, being like, oh, it's just live service games. And to that I say, what live service games? There are none. Sony canceled them all. That idiot, Jim Ryan, greenlit, well, that was his first mistake, greenlit, what, a dozen live service? There's a whole list out there. You can find it all over the place. It's like a God of War multiplayer game, which is stupid, a Spider-Man multiplayer game, which admittedly could have been cool. Last of Us Factions, they canceled all of them, and then there are two that came out. Well, Concord came out, but Marathon, both disasters. So when you say it's just live service games, they don't have any. So what games are they talking about right here? It's either old first-party single-player games like Spider-Man, or it's new ones that aren't out yet, like Wolverine. So either way, you lose. I'm sorry, but you lose either way. So, and gamers win in this situation. I don't see this as a problem at all. I think it's great. I'll if they bring basically all of them, I'll never have to touch a PlayStation again, which I don't care about. I have 15 years invested in Xbox, so yeah. And then also when I am able to, I'll probably get either a Steam Deck or the handheld Xbox or just a PC. I'm gonna get one at some. I just don't have the space or the money right now, but yeah, I want my Steam library, which I do have one, mixed in with my Xbox stuff. That sounds great. So yeah, what do you guys? Are you guys on board with the death of exclusivity? Because I am. I've been annoyed by platform exclusive. This isn't exactly the same thing, but since the early days of Pokemon, remember how you used to have to buy like red and blue or or gold and silver? If you wanted all the Pokemon, you had to buy both versions because you had to trade for them. Exclusivity is just a ploy to make you spend more money. So, good riddance, I say. Put this crap to bed. And let me know in the comments what you think. Like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 300 now. We're pushing to 1,000, baby. Let's go. So, until next time, I'll see you later. Peace out.